圣名，我们开始我们早上的查经。
And the main Lord Jesus Christ will begin this morning Bible
我们
study.
唱诗398首。
Let us sing hymn 398.
好，请坐。
Please be seated.
奉耶稣圣名，我们来 今天来开始我们今天早上的查经。
In the name of Lord Jesus Christ, we begin this morning's Bible study.
我们来继续查考这个以赛亚书的第58章。
Let us continue studying Isaiah chapter 58.
以赛亚书的58章，我们知道说它里面主要提到2件的事情。
We know in chapter 58 in Isaiah discusses two things.
就是关乎到这个真正的禁食，还有这个遵守安息生日。
And it talks about fasting and observing the Sabbath.
当然以赛亚先知很希望这些百姓能够真正的就是说一个正确的那种态度来去遵守这个来去做这个禁食的事情，来去遵守这个安息生日。
So of course, Prophet Isaiah wishes the Israelites to have a right attitude when it comes to fasting and observing the Sabbath.
如果他们想要得到神的恩典的话，他们在这2方面需要有所改进。
If they wish to receive God's blessing, they need to improve on these two aspects.
所以今天早上呢，我们就来看一下这2方面的事情。
So this morning, let us study these two elements.
从第1节到12节大概是讲到这个禁食方面的事情。
From verses 1 to 12, it discusses fasting.
13到14节呢，就讲到这个要来去尊重这个安息日。
From verses 13 to 14, it talks about observing the Sabbath.
我们来看这个第1节
Let us read verse 1.
这里说你们要大声喊叫，不可止息扬起身来，好像吹角，向我的百姓说明他们的过犯，向雅各家说明他们的罪孽。这个神要这个以赛亚先知这样来去做。
In verse 1, God tells Prophet Isaiah what to do.
他叫他说你要大声叫起来
He says you have to cry aloud
不可以停止
and do not stop.
而且要扬起声来。
You have to lift your voice up.
就是把那个声音要提高，要大声的把它说出来。
It is lifting your voice as loud as possible.
好像这个吹号角一样。
As if you are raising a trumpet.
在古时代，我们发觉到当吹号角的时候，就是一般来说，一般人都会听得到。
In the olden times, if you raise the trumpet, everyone will hear it.
当他们吹号角的时候，就是说有些事情要来去宣布。
And when they raise the trumpet, it means they are announcing something.
没有我们现在我们说这么发达
They were not modernized as today.
所以你吹号角，那些百姓那些人都会集体在一起。
So if you raise the trumpet, the people will gather together.
所以他要这个以赛亚先知这样来去做。
And he wants Prophet Isaiah to do as such.
就是说他要到处的不断的来去大声的来去告诉当时的这些百姓。
He has to constantly tell the people loudly.
告诉那些百姓什么呢？
And so what does he need to tell them?
不是告诉他的百姓神要怎么祝福你们
It is not to tell the people what God is going to
不
bless
是
them
来去
with.
告诉那些百姓神给你们平安
It is not to tell the people God will give you peace.
是要来去把那些百姓的这些过犯、这些罪恶把它指出来。
But it is to tell the people what their sins are.
其实这是不是一件简单的事情？
This is not an easy task.
因为当你把人的错误指出来的时候，人家不一定能够接受你。
Because when you point out someone's shortcomings, they might not be able to accept
所
it.
以有时候你发觉到有时候我们有时候面对这样的一种困难、一种挑战。
So we will sometimes meet with such challenges.
如果你我们说讲好听的话很容易
It is easy to say pleasing words.
但是你要把人家的过犯把它提出来，要把它讲明这是一件很困难的事情。
But to lay bare other people's errors, it is not easy.
这不是一件容易的事情。
It's very difficult.
你需要很大的勇气。
You need much courage.
你可能需要神的能力甚至来去讲出来。
You may need the power of God to be able to speak of
所以有
it.
时候你看到教会的我们知道说教会的有一些过失，有一些不完全的地方。
So sometimes we may see shortcomings of the church.
所以有时候需要很大的勇气来把它讲出来。
It takes a lot of courage to talk about it.
因为有些听众他可能会很反感。
Because some listening might not feel good about it.
但是作为神的这个工人
But for a worker of God,
我们应该有这样的一种勇气，让神给我们这种力量来去把教会的缺点把它讲出来。
we must have this courage to talk about the errors of the church.
为了教会的好。
It is for the good of the church.
我们不可以把这个问题把它我们说英文说把它扫在那个地毯的下面
So let us not sweep it under the carpet.
这不是一件不是神所喜悦的事情啊。
This is not something that would
尤
please
其是
God.
当我们知道之后，我们不说的话，这不是神所喜悦的事情。
Especially since we know God will not want us to keep quiet.
箴言书有一节这样告诉我们呢。
And so this chapter tells us.
箴言呢
In Proverbs it tells us.
我们看这27章啊。
Let us read chapter 27.
箴言书的27章的第5节。
Proverbs chapter 27 verses 57.
第5节。
Verses 5.
箴言的27章，我们看第5节。
Proverbs chapter 27 verses 5.
当面的责备强如背地的爱情啊。这里很有意思啊，这样告诉我们。
And here verse 5 tells us open rebuke is better than love carefully concealed.
所以这里说当面的责备是好过你所谓的后面背地的一种爱情。
And so it says an open rebuke is much better than love concealed.
因为你这样去做，你很有机会把这个弟兄、这个同龄把他挽回过来。
Because if you do such, you can help a brother that has been lost.
所以这是我们每个人求神给我们这种智慧、这种能力要来去做的事情。
And so we ask God to give every one of us this wisdom and this courage to do such a thing.
我们看回来这个以赛亚书的58章啊。
Let us turn back to Isaiah chapter
我们看这个第2节
verse 2.
这个第2节这里说到，他们这个神这样告诉这个以赛亚先知啊。
And so God tells prophet Isaiah.
他们说，神告诉以赛亚先知说，他们天天寻求我，乐意明白我的道，好像行义的国民不离弃他们的神的典章，向我求问公义的判语喜悦亲近所以这里这样告诉我们
And here it tells us.
他们天天都来寻求神
Every day they come and seek God.
看起来他们好像很乐意的明白神的道。
It looks like they delight in His ways.
所以接下来他这样说，好像行义的国民，好像
So in the later verse he says it seems as if they are righteous.
他们不离弃他们神的典章。
They do not forsake the ordinance of
向我
God.
求问公义的判词。
And they ask the ordinance of God.
喜悦来去亲近神。
They take delight in approaching God.
有时候我们这样想，这不是我们常常要来做的事情吗？
And we need to think, is this not something we need to do daily?
对啊，我们常常被提醒说，我们应该要来做这样的事情
We often reminded we need to do such a thing.
我们应该要来天天的寻求神。
We need to seek God daily.
我们要明白神的道
We need to understand His words.
我们不可以离开神的典章。
We cannot leave His ways.
我们要来亲近神
We need to get close to Him.
甚至我们的行为就好像一个义人的行为一样。
And even our action should be that of a righteous man.
这不是都是我们常常被教导或者常常被提醒的吗？
Are these things not often reminded to
但
us?
是对神来说这虽然他们外表上是这样来去做，
But to God, although they do this on the surface,
所以神这样说，好像行义的国民
so God says they appear to be a nation of
这
righteousness.
就告诉我们这些行为只是一种外表上的一种行为，
And so it tells us that these actions are superficial.
不是真实的。
They are not true from the heart.
在以西结先知的时候，他也提到这样的一件事情
And prophet Isaiah also discusses, Ezekiel also discusses such a thing.
我们来看一看，我们做一个参考，我们看以西结书的33章。
Let's turn to Ezekiel chapter 33.
以西结书的33章
Ezekiel chapter 33,
我们看这个31节了
verse 31.
以西结书的33章，我们看这个31节
Ezekiel 33, verse 31.
这里说他们来到我这里，如同民来聚会，坐在你们面前，仿佛是我的民他们听你的话却不去行因为他们的口多显爱情，心却追随财力所以这里告诉我们，当时以西结先知也来去提醒对百姓的罪。
And so here prophet Ezekiel also reminds the people of their sins.
他们说这些人来到神的面前好像是神的名如同神的名来一起聚会来一起聚集
And it says these people gather together as if they were people of God.
他坐在你的面前仿佛我的名，好像是我的名
And they come together to praise that which appears to be my name.
他们听你的话却不去行
They hear your words, but they do not do.
虽然口里面显很多我们说爱讲很多爱的事情
Although verbally they talk of love,
但是他们的心却去追求自己的益处
but within their hearts they follow their own will.
这一节跟58章以赛亚书58章第2节有点相似啊。
And this verse is similar to that of Isaiah chapter 58 verse 2.
简单来说，就是这些百姓他们的这种敬拜不是真正的一种敬拜。
Simply said, the worship of these people are not true worship.
所以我们今天知道说神要我们的敬拜是以心灵和诚实来敬拜神
And so we know today that God wants us to worship Him with our hearts and our souls, and with truth.
心灵和诚实来敬拜神
With our truth and our spirit.
所以这很重要的。今天我们来到神的面前的时候
It is important today when we come before God.
虽然我们可能都很努力的来去寻求神
Although we might put much effort in seeking Him.
这就是真正的一种表现，是不是真正你想要做的，还是只是做给人看呢？
You need to ask if these are your true actions or if these are actions for show.
我们千万不要好像这些法利赛人一样
Let us not be like the
我们
Pharisees.
发觉到主耶稣在世上的时候，常常责备这些法利赛人
We know Jesus often rebuked the Pharisees.
讲到他们这些是假冒为善的
That these were hypocrites.
虽然他们外表上有做一些事情，但是真正在主耶稣的眼中，他们是假冒的。
Although they did things superficially in the eyes of Jesus, they were
那你发觉到
false.
这些百姓他不但只天天来去寻求神，来去明白神的道
So we see the people often came to God daily
来去亲近神
to get close to
他
God,
们甚至还来去禁食
and they even
而
fasted,
且是常常的禁食
and they fasted
所
often.
以神告诉以赛亚先知来去告诉他们
So God asked Prophet Isaiah to tell them,
这些人是常常禁食的人
these people often
我们
fast.
看58章的第3节
Let us read verse 3 of chapter
他们
58.
说我们的禁食你为何不看见呢？我们刻苦己心你为何不理会呢？看你们禁食的日子乃求利益乐逼人为你们做苦工所以你发觉到说，虽然他们在神的面前来去禁食
So we see, although they fast before God,
他们来去刻苦己心的
that they have afflicted their souls,
他们来去寻求神
that they seek after God.
但是他们的目的是什么？是为了自己的益处而已
Yet their purpose is for themselves,
可能是有一些想要得到一些好处
to gain some benefits.
那他们的好处是什么呢？怎么得到这些好处呢？
So how do they gain these
就
benefits?
是来去逼人为他们来去做这些苦工3节的最后一句
It is so other people notice their fasting.
就是他逼做苦工3节最后一句看你们禁食的日子来求利益乐逼人为你们做苦工英文没写exploit is it exploit OK 英文有些版本是说 exploit the laborers 没关系就是说他们从中想就是说虽然是禁食但是当中他们还是强逼就是说那些他们的工人
So although they fast, they still wish to exploit their laborers.
就是说他们这禁食没有什么意思
It is to say their fasting has no
如果我
purpose.
们大家看第4节的话
If we look at verse 4,
你们禁食却互相竞争
indeed you fast and strife and debate.
虽然我们禁食虽然他们禁食
So although they fast,
那你发觉到他们彼此之间的这种表现那种行为不好
between them their actions are no good.
禁食起来寻求神起来明白神的道理起来行为上彼此的对待还是不好
It is to say, although they fast, the interaction between them is no good
因为他们互相来去增进
because they still debate among
这
each
里
other.
还讲到他们还是很凶恶的还拳头打人呢
And here it says they use their fist.
就跟我们今天所说的好像跟外邦人那些强暴的人没有什么分别
It is to say they were no different than the Gentiles of their time.
他们是一种我们说好像流氓这样
They are like gangsters,
然后他们还去打人
and they still hit people.
所以你们今日禁食不得使你们声音听闻以上
So it says, although you fast, it is to make your voice heard high.
所以你虽然禁食神还是就是说你的声音达不到神那里去了
So it is to say your voice will not be heard by
所以
God.
神要以赛亚告诉他们
So God wants Isaiah to tell them, verse 5.
这样的禁食岂是我所拣选的，使人刻骨己心的日子吗？岂是叫人垂头像为止吗？用麻布和炭灰铺在他以下吗？你这可称为禁食为神所悦纳的日子吗？虽然可能他们在外表上他们做得非常的正确。
So although they seemed righteous superficially,
外表上做得非常的正确。
on the outside it seems they were
他们
doing
禁
it right.
食，当时的人禁食都要做的事情，可能要用麻布啦，要灰，要炉灰铺在他们身上头上啊。
Back in the day when you fasted, you need to put sackcloth and ashes on yourself.
虽然是这样做，但是因为他们的行为禁食后的行为不行所以这些禁食达不到神的喜悦。
So although they did such a thing, their actions did not please God.
我们看第6节
Reading verse 6.
我所拣选的禁食，不是松开凶恶的绳，解下额上的锁，使被欺压的得自由，折断一切的额吗？所以神好像在问他们
So God asks them,
你们的禁食不是要来去禁食之后，不是要来去松开这个凶恶的绳吗？
is the fasting he has chosen not to loose the bonds of the wicked?
就是说你禁食之后，你应该有一个好的表现你的行为应该是好的。
It is to say, after you fast, your action should be good.
应该是不把这些我们的这些比如说这些做苦工的人来让他们继续的做苦工
It is not to say you need to continue to exploit the laborers.
所以第7节就这样说
And so verse 7 tells
不是要
us,
把你的饼分给饥饿的人吗？将漂流的穷人接到你家中吗？见赤身的给他衣服遮体，顾惜自己的骨肉而不延长吗？所以你发觉到神要以赛亚这样来去问他。
So God wants Isaiah to ask them,
你禁食之后，不是要有一些就是应该有一些能力来去做一些事情
after you fast, you should have the power to do some
就是
certain
说在
things.
你的生活当中你要显出你是彼此相顾、彼此相助的人。
It is to say, in your life, you need to demonstrate that you can live with others properly.
就是说有爱心的一种表现
That you need to have actions of love.
所以他说你不是要把你的饼分给那些饥饿的人吗？
Is it not to share your bread with the hungry?
那些需要你来去帮助的，你不是要给他吗？给他帮助吗？
Do you not need to help those who are in need?
所以就是说，在你的那个行为方面，整个人的表现上要有个改变
It is to say, you as a person must have changes in your
不然
actions.
你的禁食，你想求神的一些东西，然后求神的帮助，可能就达不到神的面前
If not so, the things that you ask of God when you fast will not reach Him.
所以我们知道说，这个禁食是其实在圣经里来看禁食是带有很大的一种怎么说一种能力的禁食祷告我们这样说
And so in the Bible, fasting and prayer should give you power.
我们看几个例子我们来看一下这个禁食到底能够就是说能够做些什么事情为什么有些人会去禁食
Let us look at some examples as to why some people fast in the
我们先
Bible.
来看这个以斯拉记
Let us read Ezra.
其实圣经很多关乎到禁食的事情
Actually, the Bible has many
我
examples.
们拿几章经文来读一读就好了
Let us just read some passages.
我们看以斯拉记的第8章
Let us read Ezra chapter 8.
我们看这个21节
Let us read verse 21.
我们看第8章我们看21节
Chapter 8, verse 21.
8章的21节
Chapter 8, verse 21.
他说那时我在亚哈瓦河边宣告禁食唯要在我们神面前刻骨己心，求他使我们和妇人孩子并一切所有的都得平淡的道路。我们看23节
23.
所以我们禁食祈求我们的神他就应允了我们这是以斯拉的这个祷告
This is the prayer of Ezra.
因为他们要准备回耶路撒冷
Because they were preparing to return to
在被
Jerusalem.
掳之地准备回去
They were preparing to return.
那有一段路程
And there was a journey.
所以他在这里来禁食希望神能够让他们平安的回去。
So here they fasted for God to bring them back in peace.
所以你可以禁食来得到求神给你这个平安。
So you can fast to ask God for peace.
尼希米也这样，尼希米呢，他也有做这个禁食的祷告。
Nehemiah also fasted.
我们看这个尼希米记的第1章
Let us turn to Nehemiah chapter 1.
尼希米他是非常关心这个耶路撒冷的事情
Nehemiah cared a lot about
当他
Jerusalem.
听到耶路撒冷的这个情况之后呢，他在神的面前去禁食，来去祷告
When he
来去禁食祷告
Nehemiah prayed and fasted for Jerusalem.
我们看第1章呢，我们看第4节到第6节。
Read verses 4 to 6, chapter 1.
我听见这话，就坐下哭泣悲哀几日，在天上的神面前禁食祈祷说。神天上的神大而可畏的神你向爱你守你诫命的人守约施慈爱。第6节愿你睁眼看侧耳听你仆人昼夜在你面前为你众仆人以色列民的祈祷承认我们以色列人向你们所犯的罪，我与我父家都有罪所以尼希米他这样来去禁食祷告
So Nehemiah prayed and fasted.
当他听到耶路撒冷的情况之后，他来去痛哭来去禁食祷告。
When he heard of the situation, he fasted and prayed.
他求神来去施这个怜悯
He asked God for mercy.
因为他说他和他父家都犯了罪。
Because he says him and his father's house have sinned.
这是重要的，你可以这样来去做。
And this is something you can do.
我们可以再来看一个例子这诗篇的35篇。
Let us look at another example in Psalms chapter 35.
诗篇的35篇。
Psalms 35.
13节。
Verse 13.
35篇13节。
35 verse 13.
这里说至于我当他们有病的时候，我便穿麻衣禁食，刻苦己心所以这里说到，就算你说甚至你生病了你也可以禁食来去祷告。
So it says, although you are sick, you can also fast and pray.
那你看圣经里面真的有很多的这种例子
And we see many examples of such in the Bible.
有一次主耶稣他这样告诉他的门徒
And one time God told his
Jesus
disciples,
他们都被差派出去来去赶鬼鬼出不了赶不了那个鬼
The disciples were sent to cast out a demon, but they could not do it.
那主耶稣跟他们这样说
So Jesus told them,
要禁食祷告
you need to fast and
才能
pray
够把这鬼赶出去
to cast out the demon.
所以你发觉到这禁食是带有很大的能力
So we know fasting brings great power.
所以当你一个人有一个正确的一种了解，你去禁食之后，你应该有这个能力来去做一些事情
So if you understand fasting, then you will have received power.
我们看回这个以赛亚书的58章
Let us turn to Isaiah chapter 58.
以赛亚书的58章
Isaiah 58,
我们看这个第8节
verse 8.
第8节
Verse 8.
这样你的光就必发现如早晨的光，你所得的医治要速速发明你的公义必在你面前行耶和华的荣光必做你的后盾我们看这个第9节
Verse 9.
那时你求告神必应允你呼求他必说我在这里。你若从你们中间除掉众人和指摘人的指头，并发恶言的事。第10节你心若向饥饿的人发怜悯，使困苦的人得满足，你的光就必在黑暗中发现，你的幽暗必变如正所以这里神将告诉要以赛亚告诉当时的百姓
So here, God wants Isaiah to tell
就是
people
说你的禁食祷告一定要配合你的行为，你的对人的一种表现。
that your fasting and prayer should match that of your actions and how you treat others.
你的禁食，你想要神来去帮助你，如果你从禁食当中想要神来去帮助你
If you wish God to help you after you
就好
fast,
像第8节的最后一句话说，神作为你的后盾
just as the end of chapter 8 says you want God to be your rear guard,
或者第9节这里说神必垂听你的祷告了
or verse 9 says God will hear your
就
prayers,
是说你的禁食跟你的日常生活的那种表现要配合
then your actions must match that of your prayers.
这样的话你的禁食祷告才有能力
In this way, your fasting and prayer will have effectiveness.
所以我们看第10节
Let us read verse 10.
这里还有一次这样说，你心若向饥饿的人发怜悯，你的心
Here it says, if you extend your soul to the hungry.
就是说你这种做是从内心的一种发出。
It is to say your actions come from within your heart.
这是一种很真实的一种很真实的要行出神的道理来的人。
It is to say, if you are a person who truly wants to put into action God's words,
因为你天天来去寻求神啊
because every day you seek God,
你也明白神的道啊
and you understand the words of God,
所以当你在行出这个我们说爱心的时候，彼此相助的时候，应该是从心里面来去做。
So we say these actions must come from true love.
是因为你明白神的道啊
Because you understand the words of God.
不是因为你是来去做给人看
Not because you are doing it for
你
others
是
to
从
see.
内心，你是知道神的道
It is from within your heart and from the words
神
of
的话
God.
感动你
And the words of God touches you.
今天我们有神的圣灵同在
Today we have the abidance of the Holy Spirit.
更是应该有这个能力来去行出这个爱心
Then we should even more so have the power to act out love.
从这个圣灵的能力产生出这个果效
It is from the power of the Holy Spirit to bear fruit.
当你来去进食，你需要神帮助的时候，你祈求向神祈求的时候，神就会垂听
Then when you fast and you ask God, then He will listen to you.
就好像主耶稣说的你想要天父饶恕你的话，你一定要从心里面来去饶恕别人
It is to say, if you wish for God to forgive you, then you must forgive others.
所以这就是这样的一个道理了
It is this kind of teaching.
我们看回58章
Let us read chapter 58,
我们看11节
verse 11.
神也必时常引导你在干旱之地使你心满意足骨头强壮，你必像浇灌的园子，又像水流不绝的泉源所以一个人有真正的一种表现
And so a person with true action,
不是一种假冒为善的行为
it is not superficial actions.
所以你发觉到神会使你的内心里面满足
It is so you will find God will satisfy you from within your soul.
就好像这个浇灌的园子，你神的恩典是充充满满、丰丰富富的浇灌在你身上。
It is to say it will be like a watered garden full of blessings.
这个泉源这个水源不断的来去就是滋润你
There will be a constant spring of water.
神的这个话，神的能力，神本身来去不断的来去滋润你。
God's power and His words and God Himself will continue to source you.
我们看第12节
Let us read verse 12.
那些出于你的人必修造久已荒废之处，也要建立拆毁累代的根基你必称为补破口的，而重修入京以人居住的。所以这里很有意思这样告诉我们
So here is very interesting.
从一方面来看，就是说神主会用那些我们说真的信徒真门徒神会用他们
It is to say God will use the true members
来去修造这个已荒废之地
to build the old waste
来
places,
去补这些破口
to fill the gaps in the
来去
foundations,
重建这个根基
is to raise up the foundations.
如果我们以从这个教会的这个观念来看的话
And if we compare this to the church,
就是说神要用他的这些百姓去重建神的这个教会
God will use the people to rebuild the church.
虽然已经荒凉了，但是会用这些人把它重建起来
So although it has been laid waste, He will use these people to build the foundations.
所以他说你也必称为补破口的
And it says you will become repairers of the breach.
所以你发现到很有意思
This is interesting.
就是说神会给你这个能力来去做这个我们说好像这个补救的工作
God will give you the power to become that who fills the gaps.
有时候你可能看到教会有一些缺点
If you see the shortcomings of church,
但是因为你是一个真正敬拜神的人，用心灵和诚实来敬拜神的人
because you are someone who uses truth and spirit to worship God,
你是天天来去愿意来去寻求神的人
you are someone who seeks after God
你
daily
来去亲近神的人
to get close to God,
你发觉到神会给你这个能力
then you see God will give you
给
this
你这个
power
智慧
to give you the wisdom.
看到教会的一些我们说缺欠或者亏欠的地方
If you see some shortcomings in the church,
那你会怎么做呢
what would you do?
神会给你这个能力来去补这个破口，就是教会里面的这个破口
And God will give you the power to fill the gaps.
所以有时候我们在我们的基督徒的生活当中
Sometimes in our life of being a
我
Christian,
们看一下我们在教会的这个生活
we can see our life at church.
我们所做的是什么工作
What kind of works do we do?
当我们看到这个有亏欠的时候，有缺点的时候，
When we see there are shortcomings,
你是那个补这个缺点、补这个破口的人吗？
are you someone who fills the gaps?
还是你是这个人把这个破口撕得更大的一个人？
Or are you someone who rips the gaps wider?
这是你要是思想的一个问题
This is a question you have to ask
如
yourself.
果你是一个来去尽量去补破口的人
If you are someone who fills the gaps,
也就是说你是一个真正以真实来去敬拜神的人
that is to say, if you are someone who truly worships God.
如果你是一个去撕破口的人
If you are someone who rips the gaps,
那你可能是一个假冒为善的人
then you might be a hypocrite.
你不是一个真正敬拜神的人
You are not one who actually worships
因为
God.
一个真正来到神面前的人，他会去补这个破口
Because someone who truly comes before God will fill the gaps.
所以这是我从这个58章的第1节到12节所看到的这一些教训
And so these are some teachings we can learn from verses
这
1
关
to
乎到
12.
当时百姓的这个外表上的就是外表上的一种不真实的敬拜
And this discusses some superficial worshiping of the
我们
Israelites.
来看这个第二方面，这个以赛亚先知要指出他们的这个缺点
And we can look at the second aspect Prophet Isaiah
是
was
讲到
preaching.
这个遵守安息生日的事情
It discusses observing the Sabbath.
这里有2节
There are 2 verses
我
here.
们来看一下这个13节
That is 3:13.
你若在安息日调转你的脚步在我圣安息日不操作为喜乐，称安息日为可喜乐的，称神的圣日为可尊重的，而且尊敬这日，不犯自己的私事，不随自己的私意，不说自己的私话。14节。
14.
你就以神为日神要使你称价地的高处，又以你主雅各的产业养育你，这是神亲口说的。所以你发觉到当时的这些百姓连他们在对安息日他们都不尊重
So we see the Israelites did not observe the Sabbath.
他们可能对这个安息日道理已经不太了解了。
They were not sure of the teachings of Sabbath.
那我相信我们有去参加那个可能神训班的那个 A 班的那些同龄他们应该对安息日的道理很熟悉了现在。
And I'm sure those who attended adult theological seminars is familiar with the Sabbath theories.
那个 A 班
Those from Class A.
要不要讲一讲？
We want to talk about it.
讲讲安息日的道理。要不要讲一讲安息日的道理？我看他们那天回来的时候，在车上跟他们聊天，他们说我现在看得很清楚了，安息日看得很清楚了。
And those who attended the class, they seem to be sure of the theories.
他们原来是这样。
And they say it should be this way.
感谢主了。
So thank God.
就是说在安息日的道理上，我们有所明白
And thank God that we understand the theories of Sabbath.
我们知道说安息日的由来是从神那里来的
And we know the origins of Sabbath comes from God.
也是神亲手设立的，对不对？
It is something God established
之
himself.
后呢，就放在这个律法，就是10条诫命里面。
Then he set it within the law, within the 10 Commandments.
而且这个遵守是一定要继续的不管你在什么时候，永远都要来去遵守，对不
And
对？
this is something we must observe constantly.
当主耶稣来到世上的时候，他更加的这样提醒我们
When Jesus came to the earth, he reminded us,
他说主耶稣说我是安息日的主
he says, I am the Lord of Sabbath.
安息日是为人而设立的。
Sabbath was created for man.
当然你安息日你是纪念什么？你纪念神的创造，对不对？
Of course, on Sabbath, you must remember God's
我讲
creation.
错了，你们2位要补充
So if I'm missing something, please let me know.
要纪念神的创造
We have to remember God's
比
creation.
如说安息日也是一天让你来去心灵跟身心的一种休息
And it is a rest for our spirits.
当然我们知道说神不用休息的，对不对？
So we know God does not need
他
rest.
为什么在第7天要休息
So why does he need to rest on the seventh
其
day?
实是为了我们
It is actually for us.
因为 因为为了我们，所以才有第七日的安息哈。
And because of us, there is Sabbath on the seventh day.
他要在安息日，其实如果我们参考圣经，也让我们知道说要来去纪念神的救赎。
And so on the Sabbath day, we must remember God's salvation.
也告诉我们在安息日这是一个神圣的日子，一个圣洁的日子。
And we know it is a holy day.
所以叫做安息圣日我们说安息圣日。
And so we say it is the holy Sabbath.
也告诉我们我们作为神儿女的我们应该过这一个怎么样圣洁的生活。
And so on the Sabbath, we know we must live a holy life.
最重要的，我们为什么来尽量呢？我们每个安息日可以的话，我们来遵守安息圣日。最重要的理由是什么？
What is the most important factor that we observe the Sabbath?
我们来到教会来遵守安息圣日，是因为我们知道说以后有一个永远的安息，对不对？
And it's because we know there will be a forever rest in the future.
这是我们的目的，我们来遵守安息日的目的。
And so this is the purpose
其
of
实是
observing
最
the
重要的
Sabbath.
一个目的。
It is the most important purpose.
所以可能你做工一个星期6天的忙碌。
So if you have busy working 5 days a week,
到了第7天，你来到教会了。
6 days a week, then on the seventh day you must come to
你来
church.
敬拜神，你来去与神来去亲近。
And you have to draw near to God.
你放下你的世界上的这些属世的东西
You need to put down the things of the world.
你这样一个休息一个安息，你告诉你自己说原来以后我们有一个永远的安息在等着我们。
And so on the Sabbath day, you remind yourself there will be an eternal rest
所以
in
你
the
看
future.
神非常的爱我们
And so we know God loves us very
其
much.
实每个7天都在告诉我们有一个永远的安息要等着我们。
Every 7 days, it reminds us there will be an eternal rest.
就是说告诉我们说我们在世上的生活是暂时的。
He reminds us that our life on the earth is temporary.
会过去的。
It will pass.
这告诉我们，你来安息的就原来还有一个永远的安息在等着我们
It reminds us that there will be an eternal rest waiting for us.
所以在安息日的时候，这里说不办自己的私事，不随自己的私意，不说自己的私话。
And so here it says on Sabbath, we should not do our own things, find our own pleasures, or say our own words.
其实我们应该怎么遵守安息圣日呢？
So how should we observe the Sabbath?
传道有没有说怎么遵守安息圣日？
Did the preacher talk about how to observe Sabbath?
要不要讲一下我们张姐妹她在翻她的那个 notes。要不要讲一下我们怎么守这个安息圣日？我们应该怎么守安息圣日？
So let us discuss how we should observe the Sabbath.
我们都说我们在恩典之下，是不是？
And we say we are among the blessing. We are under grace.
那就是说我们可以随便
Is that
要
to
来
say?
就来，不来就不来了。
Is that to say we can come when we want?
恩典就是恩典，什么恩典？要来就来，不来就不来了。
Is that what grace is about?
我今天睡不起，我就不来了。
If I can't wake up, then I won't come.
我今天要 shopping 我就不来了。
If I want to go shopping, then I won't come.
是不是这样？
Is it like that?
立法怎么说？张姐妹要不要说一下，我们怎么守安息日？
星期五傍晚开始到星期六傍晚。
OK， 一天OK。
所以我们在那段时间不可以做任何事，是发神的身边。如果有机会的话，一定要来。
OK， 等一下，让我们姐妹翻译。
So Sister Zhang says that it is from the evening of Friday to the evening of Sabbath. With one day, we should not do whatever we wish to do.
如果有聚会的话，就要来聚会。
And if there is service, we should come attend it.
还有吗？没关系，讲呗。
你继续吧。
OK 其实大概也是这样我们这样想我们星期一到比如说星期天到星期五，我们都很忙碌
And we know we are very busy from Sunday to Friday.
那我们知道星期五我们常常说会已经进入安息进入安息。
And so Friday, we know we are entering the Sabbath.
其实我们的姐妹说的没错
And what Sister says is true.
如果你可以的话，如果你在伦敦，比如说伦敦教会星期五晚上有聚会，对不对？
And so if it's possible, we know London Church has service Friday nights.
你应该尽你的能力来参加安息日的聚会星期五晚上的聚会。
Within your capabilities, you should come attend it.
应该是这样，那个态度应该是这样。
And so the attitude should be as such.
我们应该星期五晚上就开始进入安息来参加聚会。
Friday evenings we should enter into Sabbath to come attend service.
那你就可以尽量的把自己的这个心来去准备星期六来守安息。
And then you can prepare your hearts for coming to church on Saturday.
那星期六早上呢？
What about Sabbath
我
morning?
们知道伦敦教会，我们就以各地方的那个教会的安排来去做嘛。
So we'll do according to the locations of each church.
比如说伦敦教会11点有聚会
For example, 11 o'clock there's service.
你就早一点起床嘛，可能9点你就起床嘛。
So perhaps you will get up early at 9 o'clock.
你去准备一下。
And you could prepare slightly.
早上起来你做应该要做的事情，一般人要做的事情，你做了，你第一件事情想到的就是来教会。
And so after you complete your morning routine, the first thing you should think of is coming to church.
应该是这样的一种态度啦。
It should be such an attitude.
你可能吃早餐刷牙洗脸，但是你接下来你要做的事情应该就是来教会。
You will get up, brush your teeth, eat breakfast, and then you should come to church.
因为这是安息日。
Because it is Sabbath.
所以其实我们应该是这样的一种态度
So we should have such an attitude.
那你安息日我们结束之后
And so after Sabbath
如
ends,
果你看主耶稣他有给我们很好的榜样。
Jesus gives us a good example.
如果你有机会你去看的话，那个马可福音第2章应该是第2章。
In Mark, it gives us an example.
第1章我发觉到在安息日大概主耶稣做了些什么事情。
Chapter 1, it demonstrates how Jesus observed
其
Sabbath.
实那个呢，可以成为我们一个很好的一个指引
And we can use that as a guide.
其实主耶稣安息日结束，从会堂出来之后，他还去他去做一些访问
And we know after Jesus leaves the church, the synagogue on Sabbath, he goes and visits
所以
others.
很多我们说很多有意义的这种属灵的一种事情，我们可以在安息日来去做。
So we know we can do many spiritual things on
其
the
实
Sabbath.
你要告诉自己，我不是来守安息时1个小时、2个小时或者3个小时。
We should not calculate Sabbath hours.
我不是来守don't keep Sabbath hours 我不是来守 Sabbath hours 1个小时、2个小时或3个小时。
I'm not here to keep the Sabbath per hour.
我其实是尽量来守安息日整日。
I'm here to attend Sabbath day.
这是精神要在。
This attitude should be
所以
there.
所以你看以赛亚书的时候已经告诉我们说就业嘛，就业已经告诉我们不要办你的私事，不要随你的私意，不要随你的私话。
So in the Old Testament, it already tells us we should not do our own things.
你发觉到你来守安息圣日你那心正的时候，你来调整你发觉到你来守神会祝福你
And so we know if we come observe Sabbath, God will bless you.
我们要有这样的信心
We need to have this kind of faith.
我们要这样做。
We need to do such a thing.
这样我们的信仰才会进步
In this way, our faith will improve.
不然你怎么进步？
Then how will we improve?
就在守安息日方面先来去进步。
We can improve by observing Sabbath.
为什么我要在守安息日来去进步？
And why should we improve starting Sabbath?
因为我们遵守神的诫命。
Because we observe the commandments of God.
这是神的诫命。
This is a commandment of God.
所以我们要来守安息圣日。
So we need to observe the Sabbath.
以伦敦教会的安排为标准的话，就是星期五晚上的8点有聚会。
And so according to the schedule of London Church, Friday evening at 8, there will be service.
星期六早上11点
And
开始有聚会。
Saturday mornings, it starts at 11.
这就是应该是我们的这种精神，这是你对神的一种态度的一种表现。
And so this should be your attitude towards God.
你不是来对我或者对谁，你不是做给人看的，因为你是来对神那种表现，那种敬畏。
You are not doing this for men, but rather for God.
愿主耶稣帮助我们
May God help us all.
来祷告来结束。
And let us pray to conclude.
主耶稣圣名祷告。